Hello, everybody, and welcome to Movie Couple Live. This is a show where we talk about the latest in movie news and pop culture. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And hey, happy Saturday to everybody. I feel like we have not been doing as much live streaming like we normally do because this week's literally been completely insane, but we've been working on some cool stuff. We've got reviews coming. We've got a couple of trailer reactions that's been posted already to our channel. I believe Dune and Resident Evil were the first two, and then we have Cyrano and House of Dragon coming, so you guys can watch.
Get our Game of Thrones back on.
And then also we have a couple of movie reviews coming. One for The Last Duel. One for Ghostbusters Afterlife, because yes, we did see it last night, and we actually this morning we were pretty busy because we got to interview McKenna Grace and Logan Kim from the film. So we'll have
really
that.
Awesome young actors, I have to admit. It was really fun interviewing them.
Yeah, they're so like I feel it's funny when they first told us how much time we had with them. I was like, oh, that's enough, and then we came up with all the questions. I think there were like 4 to 5 that we still didn't get to ask. One in particular that I wanted to ask, but we'll talk more about that once the interview comes out. So just stay tuned. And that means if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. And on today's show, we're talking all about What If, Episode 9, the season finale for What If. Spoilers.
We're also going to be talking about our Star Wars Visions episode reaction. Is that what?
Actually, it's not. It's right here. Here you go.
I'm reading the wrong part. We're going to be talking about Pokemon maybe coming to Universal Studios Japan.
And you guys have seen this on the show before, but we're featuring in today's live stream TryTreats, and they are a subscription box that you can get. Not just products, because they don't have products, but they do have lots of treats. And we've been very, very lucky to continue to work with TryTreats. So thank you so much for TryTreats for today's little tastiness that we're going to, morsels of goodness that we're going to get in today's episode. And we will, of course, show you guys what we are eating. And I did a sneak peek already just so I knew because I needed to make the banner. But for today's snacks, we are getting snacks from Peru. Woo! I've actually never tried any sort of treats from Peru, so I'm super excited to give it a try.
And this is half of the fun of getting a treats box is the fact that you don't know where it's going to come from. You're probably going to get something that you've never tried before.
Yes.
And it really just kind of expands your horizon
on
what kind of tasty treats are out there in the world.
Yes. And what's cool about TryTreats is that, they send you, there's actually 2 different boxes that you can sign up for. There's like the regular one, and there's like a deluxe one. You get a lot more snacks, and it's like, why wouldn't you want more snacks in your TryTreats box? So we've included in the description of this video the link that you can click that'll take you straight to their website, so you can see what kind of boxes is the right one for you, which size. Go for the big one, because I would for more snacks. Snacks. And we also have let me see if I put it in here. Let's see. I did not. I thought I did. How weird. I'll do it right now. So Dustin, why don't you go ahead and give that an open while I do this, so it doesn't look like we are having dead air.
Sounds good. And of course, the sticker that they have on every single box, they have the sticker of the flag. I mean, it depends on which country, of course, you get. Last one that we had was actually from Taiwan, wasn't it?
It was Taiwan, and then it was it Mexico?
Germany?
Spain? Oh, Germany.
No, I think it was Germany that we had some treats from. I can't remember.
I actually don't think it's Germany. I think it's from a different place, but I cannot. Switzerland? No.
Oh, maybe that was it, because they had some really good chocolate.
Netherlands?
Maybe that too.
You're just saying yes to all the countries.
Don't worry. I'll get through all of the countries in the world, and then we'll sooner or later get to it.
Oh, man. Before we dive into the snacks, real quick, I put the code below. That's our discount code. If you want to give TryTreats a try, you can get 15% off your first box. So just go ahead and follow that link that is in the video description. Enter this code. And that'll then your discount should be applied. And yes. And before we go on, there's also a super chat. Don't worry, I'll put the discount code back up. But we have a super chat from Chris's Choice, Chris Mendez. Chris says, another Star Wars what if for you. Oh, here we go. What would have happened if Han had not come back to save Luke from Darth Vader at the end of episode 4?
Oh, that's a really good one.
Hard-hitting questions, Chris.
Does that mean would Luke have been able to get off that last shot, but then maybe have gotten shot down by Darth Vader? I mean, what if Luke did die trying to blow up the Death Star? That means the only one that would have been left would have been Leia, and there would have been no Han to help them out in the second one. They would not have gone to rescue Han from Jabba the Hutt. So that would have changed the course of the Rebel Alliance completely.
Oh yeah.
If that first attack on the Death Star failed, or if it succeeded, but it cost Luke his life.
Wow, what a question. Yeah, I mean, if he had not come back to save Luke from Vader at the very end, there probably would be no Luke at this point, like you said. And Leia would have had a very, very different arc and journey. And she would have had to, try to do both? Try to be the senator that she is.
Well, be the head of the Rebel Alliance.
Be the head of, right. And leading the charge into battle, like more so being in the forefront, because she would have the lightsaber training, I would assume. And
well, who would have trained her? That's the whole thing. I think Yoda. I mean, Yoda did know, because I think it was Return of the Empire Strikes Back. Yoda goes, "No, Luke was our last hope." And he's like, "No, there is another." Oh, it was actually in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
That when Yoda said that. So by that time, a lot of things would have transpired. I mean, Leia could have very much have been killed in one of the many Empire attacks.
Potentially, yes. And Debbie says here, Movie Bunch Debbie says the Rebel base would be destroyed. And
Leia would have died.
Yeah.
Because that's when, if Luke didn't get that last shot off before Vader blew him up, the Death Star would have survived, blown up the Rebel base, and that would be the end. The Empire would have won. Be
a very, very different Star Wars story, I can tell you that much. And hello to our international viewers. I'm seeing viewers from Indonesia, from Australia. Welcome all, and happy Saturday, Sunday, wherever you may be. And thanks for tuning in. We've got another super chat before we dive into the snackies. This one's from Nightmare King.
Nightmare King.
Love that name. Says, did you see the second trailer for Resident Evil? The trailer is so much better than the trailer we got. Really?
There's a second. Is it like an international trailer?
It must be an international. They always do that. I feel like the international ones are always like a little bit better.
I have to admit, there are a lot of. We get a certain trailer, and then the international one's so different. And you're sitting here going, well, why didn't we get that one? That's the one that I wanted to see. Yeah. That one looks so good.
I mean, we're going to have to check it out.
Yep.
Maybe we'll film it, put it up on Patreon or something like that, so we don't
That's probably
have
a good idea.
Two similar reactions on our channel.
Why would they drop two trailers so close to each other like that?
I think they probably dropped them simultaneously.
Oh,
some for the international viewers, one for the US audience. There shouldn't be a separate. I feel like there should just be one. So it's the marketing's cohesive, but sometimes certain things may hit better with certain audiences.
That makes sense.
But we're going to check it out.
Different scenes. So yeah, you know what? I definitely want to check that out.
100%.
Because I did not know that they dropped a different trailer.
100%
for the international one.
Shane says, hello, good to see you. I had my room fumigated due to a bed bug problem. Oh no. Oh no. I'll have my stuff, dinosaurs, DVDs, Blu-rays back in my room next Saturday. Yikes. Fumigation is the worst because you literally have to cover things up and or take everything out, and everything is just a mess and you hate everything.
I remember when Wendy and I first got engaged. Well, when we got engaged,
yes,
we moved into this apartment with roaches and everything in North Hollywood. We lived there for 1 year and we're like, we're out of here.
Oh my God.
But there were so many times in that 1 year that we were like, come in and spray again. So we'd have to move everything into the middle of the room, put a huge tarp over it.
And it's just that poisonous chemical. It's not detrimental to your health, but like you don't also want to like repeatedly have the exposure from that as well. Like one and again, sure, fine, whatever. But they were spraying all the time because that was like their way of taking care of the problem, except that the problem was not being taken care of because the roaches were not dying.
Because what they needed to do was actually fumigate the entire building.
Yes.
Because it was more of like a hotel that was converted into apartments. But at the time it fit our price, what we could afford.
Yeah. So that is that. Steven says the review embargo for Ghostbusters Afterlife has lifted so far. 88% positive rating at Rotten Tomatoes. We will again have our review up. The goal is to have it up by the end of the day. We just got a bunch of stuff to edit and live streams to do and things like that.
Yes.
So, but trying to get it done today before 7 p.m. That's 7 p.m. PT. That is the hope. So we will see. Okay, so do we want to go ahead and move on to the treats
Let's
box?
get these treats on the way. They want to get into my belly.
So the TryTreats today, again, from Peru. And what's really cool about the treats box is they give you this little cheat sheet, essentially, that tells you what is inside your treats box. So you don't have to sit there and guess, what is this? You have a really cool explore info card on whatever country your treats may be focused around. And today, obviously, it is Peru. So you have some Peru facts and a did you know. So did you know 3/4 of the world's alpaca population lives in Peru?
That makes sense. You know, that there would be a lot of alpaca in one place, kind of a thing. They don't seem like a very widespread kind of an animal, you know, like birds and certain insects and small, you know, rodents can get on ships and follow humans.
Yes.
You kind of have to deliberately bring down alpaca. But look at this. I love the way that it actually kind of just all fits in there. So I can kind of show it real nice. And you can see it's starting to fall a little bit, but I wanted to show it. I like how it's all nicely packaged.
Yes. And of course, it has a little postcard as well. It says, "Welcome to Peru." If you did not know that's what the Peru flag looks like, there you go. You have Machu Picchu in the back. And it says, "This month's snack comes to you from Peru, a lushy forested country in South America, famous for its rich cultural heritage and for being home to the Incan, lost my spot, civilization." The image in the front right here of your card showcases Machu Picchu, an Incan city, and one of the most mysterious and enchanting cultural sites in the world. Maybe we will get to visit one day. You also get
I want to do more traveling.
Fun little recipe as well for like a Peruvian dish, which I think is cool.
I have to admit, every time we do get these, I'm always like, oh, this makes me want to travel. This makes me want to go to different countries. This makes me want to be like, okay, I've got all these snacks from Peru. Let's go visit Peru.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. We don't want to like stuff all of the treats up front. So we're going to be trying them throughout the show. The first one I think we should do, which is going to go down this list, is the Morochas by Nestle. Morochas.
Sandwiches.
Morochas.
Get ready to move out of the way. Dun, 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 dun. Focus. And it's not focusing.
That's way too close. Baby.
Okay, fine. But this is what it looks like. There we go.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it is, okay, so it looks like it's a cookie with the bottom part of it is covered in chocolate. Yeah, it comes with 2 sandwich cookies sandwiching a chocolate center, and it's one of the most popular treats from Peru. And Steve says in the comments, "I'm Peruvian American. My mom and I were just ate at a Peruvian restaurant today." What is your favorite Peruvian dish, Steve? We would love to know as Dustin pulls these snacks out for us. Ooh. And I've got my coffee ready, so we're good to go. All right. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, hey. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. So I think they're supposed to go. I think it's fine. You can have it. I think it's supposed to be flipped to where the cookie part is on the outside, kind of like how Wendy's is. But mine had a little bit of a cookie malfunction. Wait. So you have double the chocolate on this one? Well, no. Yours has the chocolate. Yes, but I'm saying you have chocolate in the middle and chocolate. So you have double the. It's there. It's supposed to be like that. Okay. Well, you fixed it. So this is what they look like. There you go. Looks like a little Ritz crackers almost, except you have a chocolatey center. Mm-hmm. Dink. Mmm. Ooh. Okay. It kind of tastes like if you took so good an animal cracker, a nice thin animal cracker, and then dipped some of it in chocolate. I like that. We need to. Animal crackers, you guys need to do this because this is an amazing combination. Or we can just go to World Market and get more of these. Get more of these. They are called the Morochas by Nestle. Oh my God, these are so damn good. These are really, really good. I highly recommend these. I love it when we start off one of these boxes with something that we're like, yeah. Save that for later. So yeah, if you ever see these in the store, get them. They're good. Black Loki 3004 says, reminds me of the second
Squid Game. JK. We're going to be talking a little bit about Squid Game later on. We finally finished the whole series, and oh my god, it's so good. All right, should we move on to our first topic?
Yes, first topic.
And then we'll dive into the snacks. So let's talk a little bit about You Gotta Catch 'Em All. Pokemon could be coming to Universal Studios Japan. So this isn't a done deal or anything like that, but the prospect is very exciting. And also, I'm kind of surprised that it has not happened yet. So
yeah, honestly, I thought that this before even like Nintendo Land, I would have thought that Pokemon Land would come first.
Yeah, this is very true. So according to the articles online, Universal Studios Japan and the Pokemon Company has announced a new partnership to bring the universe of Pocket Monster Pokemon. Get it? Pocket Monster Pokemon. Okay, I wasn't sure because I explained this to somebody, and they're like, "Oh."
No, but I knew that Pokemon was like Pocket Monster.
Pocket Monster. So the two companies have pledged a long-term cooperation to explore new technology that can help bring Pokemon to the real world, with the first attraction set to be released already in 2022, which is very exciting. So Universal Studios Japan has already partnered up with Nintendo, obviously, to build Super Nintendo Land that we've talked about on the show. It is now open to public this year, allowing visitors to the theme park to visit Mushroom Kingdom, to kind of hunt down and experience little things that you can actually interact with, like hitting the blocks and things like that. You can go on the Super Mario, like Mario Kart ride that they have.
Which I cannot wait to go to Universal Japan just to go on that Mario Kart ride.
Yes, absolutely. So Pokemon, obviously beloved by fans all around the world. This is a quote from the president and the CEO of Universal Studios Japan, who says, "We are honored to have a long-term partnership with the Pokemon Company while developing groundbreaking Pokemon entertainment at Universal Studios Japan for both Pokemon fans and our guests. The globally popular Pokemon characters, combined with Universal's innovative approach to creating authentic and one-of-a-kind theme park entertainment, promises excitement for the whole family." There's not too much more information about this right now, but I will say, kind of thinking about what they've done so far with Nintendo Land and the technology that's available, I think they might start doing, because there's an app for things nowadays. There's like magic bands or like the power-up bands that they have that they can interact. I would not be surprised if they utilize AR in the Mario Kart ride. I really wouldn't be surprised if they utilize AR for the Pokemon stuff that we kind of already see in Pokemon Go. And if we get to run around Universal Studios catching Pokemon,
that would be amazing.
That would be so fun.
And honestly, I would see that. I mean, they would pair up with Pokemon Go. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do that, but it would be a great opportunity to have just that be an amazing place to pull out Pokemon Go and play, because it's still a huge thing out there. I mean,
we stopped playing, but we acknowledge that many people have still played, and I'm sure
greatly invested in it.
Yeah, I am sure that one of these days you and I will get sucked back into the world of Pokemon Go inevitably, because we are big Pokemon fans. But this is exciting. It just gives us another reason to visit Japan. Let us know what you think of this news with Pokemon coming to Universal Studios Japan. Will you travel there, and do you kind of want to? Where would you run first? Let's just say they have like a Pikachu Pokemon area and they have Nintendo Land. Would you make a beeline for Universal Studios, the Nintendo Land, or would you go to the Pokemon stuff first? Let us know in the comments. White Raven 696 says, "A Pokemon theme park would be freaking iconic. They'd better pull a Disney and have actors playing gym leaders." I would pose
brilliant
with a Milo so quick. I mean,
I think they'd be really
they gotta have shows.
To have like a Pokemon training show. If you had like a ride to where you kind of go to each gym, kind of a thing.
I'm thinking about
or you're escaping Team Rocket.
Wouldn't it be funny if they did an AR ride and your remote control, like it's attached to the thing so you can't take it with you, is a Pokeball, and you kind of take like Toy Story, not Toy Story Mania, Buzz Lightyear.
A Buzz Lightyear kind of approach.
The Buzz Lightyear thing, and you throw your Pokeball
do it like,
at it.
The web shooter, the web slingers ride, to where you're actually like throwing Pokeballs.
Oh yeah, you don't have to hold one. You can just track this.
Track this action.
The possibilities. I feel like Universal need to contact us because we have the concept.
They're like, well, they thought
Like
of it
our
on
people call our people.
our IP. They're just going to take it.
Yeah, this is true. All right, should we go ahead and move on to, before we move on to the next
Let's
topic?
try another thing from Peru.
Yes, go ahead and let's go ahead and go with the Dona Pepa by Lecta.
I think it looks like that.
Yes, looks like that.
No, that's the okay. So there's a blue one.
I think you were right.
Okay.
Wait.
Pecan.
Nope, that's wrong.
Aha, papa. No.
Do we not have it?
No. All right, go move on to the next one then.
Quaqua wafer.
Quaqua wafer. That one I got because
I'm so confused. Hold on a second. Here, you can read the Quaqua wafer while I look through our thing.
Quaqua wafer.
Oh, it's right here, baby.
Oh, okay. It was right in front of me the entire time. There we go.
All right, let's try some treats. Okay,
Yeah.
so the Dona Pepa is a Peruvian. It's another cookie coated in chocolate, yes, and covered with chocolate sprinkles. It's a very traditional cookie and was originally created in the 18th century for the annual Lord of Miracles ceremony in Peru. Fun facts.
Okay, so this did get broken in half.
Because, okay, we can just take a
So
bite
this is
each or
half.
something.
Oh, wait.
No, show them first.
Okay, so here it goes. Here's the broken in half one. So it's technically supposed to be
It's okay.
like this.
Wait, move your cookie closer to the center. There you go.
There we go. Oh, my face is in the. Did it focus?
Nope.
Ah,
Yes.
there it goes. Haha. But unfortunately, bloop. And it looks like these are two cookies that are actually stuck together. I don't know if it's actually supposed to be one cookie. I think it's supposed to be. Aha.
Navi, you cannot have any of this. She ran right over because she saw me drop her sprinkle.
So yeah, it did break in half.
Oh, here, then give me. It's so messy over by where Dustin is sitting.
I have
There's
to
a
admit,
bunch
there's
of chocolate
bunch of
sprinkles
sprinkles
all
everywhere.
over. But let's go ahead and give it a try. Ding.
Dink.
Extra crunchy with all those sprinkles.
It is. Honestly, I think this would be better. This actually just seems like the last one we had,
For sprinkles.
but with sprinkles and a little bit more chocolate on it.
But I mean, it's still good.
It's good, but honestly, I don't like the sprinkles. I mean, just because I'd much rather, I would prefer it without the sprinkles. I think the last one we had was better. Still good, but I think if you had the choice between the two of them,
Yeah.
go with the first one.
Here,
But
you
so
want to
good.
sweep up a little bit of that so Navi doesn't.
Oh.
You just put it back in the box.
Yes.
So Navi doesn't. She's waiting. You guys don't see our dog
She's like,
Navi.
"Oh, Chuck."
She is sitting. She's in beg mode. She's like, not in beg mode. What is the word? She's in catch mode. She's like,
Catch mode.
I'm ready.
I know you're going to drop it.
I know you're gonna drop it, human, with your measly fingers. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next bit of news, and that is Critical Role. You guys know that we are huge critters. Dustin's been following this news very, very closely, so we're so excited that they finally announced that we are going to be getting they have an official release date, and that is going to be in 2022, February 4th of 2022. And this is literally this project, the whole team, cast and crew of Critical Role wanted to do this. They wanted to do like an animated series. This is going to be on Amazon Prime Video, and it's purely critter funded, essentially. And I think they broke records. Like they got like how many millions
of millions
within
dollars.
the 24 hours, which is, I'm honestly not surprised. So this is a highly anticipated anime series, especially for the critters. And let's see here. The cast was at New York Comic Con on a panel hosted by a friend of the show, Erika Ishii. So they did a live scene read from the first episode, and they premiered the opening cinematic, which we will check out later because I haven't had time to sit down and look through that. But this title sequence apparently is filled with action, epic introduction to the members of Vox Machina that we all know and love, which is the first campaign that Critical Role ever did. And the art, I believe it's by the people over at Titmouse.
Yep.
And and it features, of course, the full cast of Critical Role. So you've got Laura Bailey, Taliesin Jaffe, Ashley Johnson, Liam O'Brien, Marisha Ray, Sam Rigo, Travis Willingham, and of course the DM, the great Matt Mercer.
who's doing pretty much all of the other voices.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh?
Because I mean, you've got the main
That's
characters that are played by their respective players, but then Matt Mercer's the one who did all of the other voices. So I'm pretty sure he's not going to do like all of them.
Yeah.
But I do know he's probably going to do a majority of them. Like I can't wait to see like Gilmore, because Gilmore's Glorious Goods. I mean, that is just a character that Matt obviously had a lot of fun playing.
Yeah.
And I am dying to see this. And I love the fact that in an interview that they were talking about this, the Legends of Vox Machina, is the fact that they specifically said that this is a animated series for adults. There's going to be swearing. There's going to be violence.
If you watch the campaign, and just in case anybody who doesn't know about Critical Role, and you're like, what is that? They play Dungeons and Dragons, which is a table role-playing game, and they've gained so much popularity because the cast is not just it is a bunch of friends getting together to play D&D, so you can see the friendship and the chemistry there, but they're also all very successful voice-over actors. You've heard them in various video games, anime, English dubbing, animation. If you've been watching The Bad Batch, you can at least hear Liam O'Brien and Sam Riegel in some of the episodes, which I remember one of the characters spoke and we're like, that's Sam.
He does have a very
he's a little bit more distinct
voice sometimes.
Yeah. Sam also plays Michelangelo, right? In the Ninja Turtles series.
That one I'm not sure. No, I think it's someone else.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought pretty sure that he was a Michelangelo, but regardless, we're very excited for the upcoming series and we definitely will be watching. Navia, I need you to stop hunting for sprinkles. That's fine on the floor.
I can't believe you're going that nuts, dog, over sprinkles.
Does it smell that good? She's like, I want the sugar rush.
Go lay down. We don't want you to eat any of these Peruvian treats.
Our snacks.
They're mine.
And speaking of snacks, we asked Steve Hauser on about his favorite Peruvian dish. He is Peruvian American. He says his favorite dish, which I ate today, is fried steak with white rice, yellow plantain, French fries, and fried eggs. It's called bistec.
I'm going to have to try that.
See,
now I want to go and go to like a Peruvian restaurant.
I feel like there's got to be one near we're in LA.
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't say like it's like authentic, right? Because you're not in Peru. That's as authentic you can get. But maybe we can look up some reviews to like, ones where people say, I like the flavor and it I would say
it tastes like
as
home.
Close to as close
we
to
are looking for
being
that
authentic
review.
as possible.
Someone who goes to a Peruvian restaurant
or who is
and
Peruvian.
and says, "Hey, this tastes like home." That's how you know it's good food.
And with that said, let's go ahead and dive into another snacky.
Snack. Okay, which one? Okay, so now we're trying the the
quack wafer.
Quack, the one that has a duck. So I'm assuming it's kind of like quack quack.
Cute. Okay.
Or something like that.
So it is a wafer biscuit coated with more chocolate.
More chocolate wafer biscuits.
Let's see. Represented by its cute duck mascot right on the nose. Dust and quaquas are a household name and one of the most beloved wafers in Peru.
Oh, okay.
Quack.
So this one is just one wafer.
It's like a giant,
giant chocolate wafer. And
we just take bites.
Oh, I was going to split it. Okay, I was going to go like this.
So Navi doesn't get it.
There we go. Perfectly broken.
I love that it's so much chocolate so far.
Look at that. Great. That looks good.
All the layers.
Tink. If you like wafers, you're going to like this. This is really good.
I might like this better than the first one. I don't know.
I think I did. There's something.
There's more chocolate in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, guys.
And it's really nice and light. It's not very heavy.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
How fun.
Definitely a recommend. So far, I like this. All of them have been pretty good.
I think all of them have chocolate. Take a look at the covers. I think everything we have has chocolate.
Chocolate and caramel.
Okay.
Chocolate. Some kind of mint stuff, but with a chocolate wafer or with a chocolate cookie. There's like a cracker, and then and then we have a cookie.
All those sweets today. Love that.
Yeah, I think someone said it earlier. We're going to be at the end of this show. We're going to have such a sugar high.
So and then crash. And then crash. I can't crash today. I got a lot of work to do. And with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic, which isn't anything like brand new. I just kind of wanted to recap something that we talked about in a previous show. And thanks to our friends MK and I think one other person who posted this, and I can't remember, but they posted some stuff in our Discord. So we wanted to follow up since we're talking some snackies today. Let's talk a little bit about. Do you guys remember the Bratches or the Brackus? They make candy corn. I mean, many companies make candy corn, but they like are known for their candy corn amongst other types of candy. And this year, the company decided that they wanted to do a turkey dinner flavored candy corn. Sound off in the chat if you guys remember us talking about it. If this is even the first time you've heard about a turkey dinner candy corn, and I don't just mean like, oh, they're shaped like turkey, because that's not the case. They're still shaped like candy corn, but the flavoring is what you would, I guess, get at a turkey dinner. So you have,
I guess it could
turkey
be
flavor.
It could
What
be worse.
could be worse?
A turkey dinner peep, flavored peep.
Nope. Nope. There's, let's see what else is in this. There's cranberry sauce, green beans. I don't want to say mashed potato, stuffing, coffee,
sweet potato pie,
which like that's like coffee and sweet potato pie. I feel like should be the only flavors.
Looking at the picture now, you can I can see like what each individual little one looks like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen real quick so we can show you exactly what we're looking at, because somebody, not us, but somebody decided that they wanted to give it a try. So let me go ahead and share our screen here so you guys can see what is what.
And it's actually kind of interesting. I do like the fact that they now actually give us a better picture kind of a thing of what each one of these, what is it called? Treats look like.
Yeah. So here is the article from today, and literally the headline says "Wrong on every level." A woman's review of Bratches or Brackus turkey dinner candy corn goes viral. So this is what they look like. If you can see here, I know it's kind of little. Maybe I can like blow it up a little bit so you guys can see that a little bit better. But these right here is the candy corn. And here is what Heather Martin had to say, who tried it. She said, "Okay, I promise to report back for National Spooky Month. All of y'all owe me for taking one for the team." When you open the bag, you will smell only the coffee ones. This is a transparent and deliberate attempt to lull you into a false sense of security. Don't be a sucker. First of all, there's a special place in hell for whoever decided to make 3 of the flavors so similar in color, as you can see right here.
Can't tell them apart.
Nope. In just a world, this person would die alone, surrounded by ugly pink floral wallpaper.
I love the description of the ugly pink floral wallpaper.
Yeah, I love that.
Adds a nice little touch to it.
Nice little aesthetic, setting the scene for you. So the next several hundred words of her post includes thus. She says the candy comes in several flavors that we talked about earlier: green beans, roasted turkey, cranberry sauce stuffing, apple pie, and coffee. So the last 2 sounds all right to me.
Yeah, the
apple pie and coffee sounds.
Apple pie and coffee. Yeah, I can
sweet,
see.
Yeah.
I can see those being a normal candy corn flavor.
Yes, and then she goes on to say the most offensive one though is the green bean flavor, which is definitely not green bean casserole. She says no umami here, raw, unholy green in flavor as well as color, with a single want no foghorn taste, like mowing the lawn with your mouth open. She has more to say about this, comparing the taste of unforgivable green beans to if you left a cup of green tea on the porch in bad weather for a week, during which time it attained sentience and, oh God, and promptly began plotting your demise, and you hate green tea. That's what this tastes like. And these, a little bit more blown up, these top 3 are your turkey dinner, your stuffing, and your coffee. Obviously, can't really tell them apart. And for the turkey flavor candy corn, disturbingly, hauntingly like candied turkey. Oh, wrong on every level.
What?
And for the stuffing flavor, she says this is the worst by far. Gosh, Worse than the green bean?
one? I would think that the green bean would be the worst by far.
She says it is appalling. I've met voodoo dolls with less evil intent. Wow. And despite all of that, the real worst violation to Martin is that 3 of the flavors look alike. She says there's a special place in hell for whoever decides to make the 3 flavors so similar in color. And we read this earlier. She hopes that whoever made that decision to die alone, surrounded by ugly pink floral wallpaper, after a lifetime of petty disappointments. With the sounds of a super fun and fashionable party, absolutely everyone else was invited to, drifting across the street. Absolute torture. So there you go. She has tried it, and she is not too pleased with it.
Not a fan. And honestly, that was pretty much the reaction that I expected. I didn't really think that any of these were going to be edible. And the fact, what makes it even worse is that they're all kind of mixed into the same bag. So they all kind of probably get this overlapping flavor of things that you're just like, ugh.
I do that as a punishment. Like, you know how people buy the every flavor bean, jelly bean, but you do it as a dare? Like, I would not buy this for pleasure because I like candy, and I think it would be a good idea to see what candy flavored turkey would taste like. Absolutely not.
Whereas I am a little curious on if there is anyone out there who did think that, who got these and you're like, wow, these are actually really good.
Yeah.
And kind of give us a description of what you thought was good about them.
Oh man.
Because you know there's got to be someone out there, because this had to pass some kind of taste test to move on.
It's only also available at Walgreens. So because I was at a Michael's getting some craft stuff, and they happened to have that brand of candy corn. So I kind of looked for it. I didn't look too hard because I didn't want to have to be like, damn it, I saw it and I brought it home. One of those things. But then I remembered that they're at Walgreens. So I'm going to remember to not go into a Walgreens and go to the candy aisle.
Because if you see them, you're going to be tempted and be like, it
couldn't be that bad.
Yeah. And that's honestly the real test here, is the fact that everyone hears, oh my God, these are horrible. And everyone's like, okay, wait, they can't be that bad. So they buy a bag, try them out, and it's like, no, they are.
Sean here says, are these the same people who are making all those nasty items we talked about before, i.e. the ramen flavor soda, pumpkin ramen noodles, and etc.? I know, I feel like it's
pumpkin ramen noodles.
Like remember like pumpkin spice?
Oh yeah, soda.
No, the ramen noodles.
Well, I mean, if you made maybe a pumpkin ramen and you had ramen noodles, no. I mean, I was just maybe spitballing some ideas that might work in that theme.
White Raven 696 says, I could see cranberry being a regular flavor as well. It's fruit, candy, and they go great together. That's probably the only acceptable other flavor that I would eat. The apple pie, the coffee, and the cranberry.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm wondering what the turkey dinner tasted like. I mean,
she said it tasted like candied turkey.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I don't know.
I've had candied yam. Which is already sweet.
Oh yeah, they had sweet potato in there too, somewhere, I think.
No, it's stuffing, turkey, green beans, apple pie, coffee,
and sweet potato.
Oh, well, she didn't talk about that because
I would think sweet potato
wasn't that bad. Yeah. Oh, Sean says Bean Boozled. Right. There is every flavor bean and the Bean Boozled, right? There's the two different kinds. There's the Harry Potter branded one, and then there's the Jelly Belly flavor one, which is what Sean says is Bean Boozled. That's
a game that you can play though,
because
some of them are really good and some of them are really bad, and you have to reach in and grab one and be like, okay, this is green. This could be apple flavored. This also could be booger flavored, and you're just like, ugh.
pass. I've never had them, and I don't plan on it because I know there's a vomit flavor, and I don't want to be vomiting up my candy. And with that said, we're going to segue right back into our treats box and see what next actual edible delicious treat we can try.
Let's actually do two because we've got a good amount of still left in here.
Let's do the chocolate galletas.
Oh, so
by Picaras, and the
so these.
Cornita.
And
these two. This one.
Oh, and this one right here. So we are going to try. Put it in front of your face. Dun, dun, dun.
Ta-da.
There we go. Which seems like more chocolate covered chocolate covered cookies. If you know what you're good at, and you know that this works, why change it?
What I like about these versus like say like the American, because you know American snacks have stuff like this too, but the chocolate isn't overwhelmingly sweet. I don't like milk chocolate for that reason. It's like sometimes it's too sugary for me. And you're thinking like, why would you eat chocolate? And like, no, I love chocolate, but I don't want it to. Like I feel like I have to wash my face every time I eat too much sugar. But these are not making me feel like that.
Do you want to grab another one out of there?
Here.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, this looks like a
I know, they're so cute.
Well, they also look like a much lighter kind of chocolate. So it doesn't look like it's as dark.
So this one
I'll probably
is
like
the
it, but
Coronita.
Like tink. Oh.
Crunchier than the first one.
Mm-hmm. Oh. This tastes I mean, they're good. And it tastes just like a Keebler Elf fudge one. I think this one's really good. I like the flavor of the cookie, and it's a little bit more crunchy than some of the other ones that we've had.
I like the first one better.
Actually, I think I like this one.
But you can have the rest. Okay.
So that was. Oops. Oh, I get to eat the rest of Wendy's.
Mm-hmm. And what's cool on the with every treats box that you guys get, there's a little card where you can rate best to worst right here. So I'm trying to hide our faces. So this would focus. Come on now.
Maybe. There we go. Oh, no.
Anyways, it's down here and you get to rate your best, worst, or the weirdest. And with that, we're going to dive into this next one that Dustin has already opened. And this is the chocolate galletas, I think.
No, it's the picaras.
That's the brand.
Oh.
So these are ring-shaped Peruvian cookies that are partially coated with chocolate and filled with chocolate cream.
Wait, so there's a chocolate cream inside? How can you fit a cream in? Okay, here we go. Let's try it out. Oh, wow.
It's not filled.
No, it's not. I think did we get the wrong one?
No.
Or maybe they were actually supposed to be stuck together.
I don't think so.
But this one has a little
It's really good, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can see how you would really like this one because the chocolate on this one is a lot more of a dark chocolate. So this one isn't quite as sweet. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still good. So far, they're batting 1,000 out of all these.
Yeah. Sean says you can't usually go wrong with chocolate flavored goodies.
No, that is true. Chocolate does kind of make everything better.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Squid Game. And we're diving into our more main topic, spoilery content here. So if you guys have not watched all the episodes of Squid Game, we will say tread carefully, because if you haven't watched it, because we finally finished Squid Game. If you don't know what Squid Game is, it is a Korean drama, Korean series currently streaming on Netflix. And it essentially follows the journey of Gi-hyung, who is not just down on his luck, because I feel like that's lightly describing it. He is in financial ruins. Essentially, he owes a lot of debt, doesn't have the best job, to have the money. So much so that, he's not even able to really buy his daughter a birthday present, and kind of the relationship between him and his daughter are frayed, not because she doesn't want to talk to him, but her mother is kind of trying to, distance them, I guess, in a way. So there's a lot of
with the way that he kind of not treated, but wasn't really there.
Yeah.
It really does make a lot of sense. Why the mom is kind of like, you know what? No, it's going to be better if we just kind of leave.
And the mom has remarried. So, this poor guy was just doesn't make the best decisions when it comes to money either. But overall, is not a bad person. He's actually very kind. He is caring. He's just don't have the best, literally the worst luck. So he encounters a man who kind of challenges him to a game. I don't remember what the term is in Korean, but you have a blue square and a red square, and it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember, what is that?
Pog,
where you have to flip but these are big squares, You have to flip it. And the guy said, if you successfully beat me, I will give you this much money. But if I win, you owe me this much money. However, addendum, I will give you a chance to not owe me the money by giving you a slap in the face. And these are like hard slaps in the face. So he kept on playing until he finally won. The guy gave him his money, even though his face was all like bruised up and like red from being slapped, which is kind of like an initiation way of getting people into the Squid Game. And what that is essentially everybody who has called the number on the card that you saw, like with the square, the triangle, and the circle, to invite them to play the Squid Game. They are all facing some sort of financial trouble, whether it's debt, loan shark, medical bills. They're hiding from the loan sharks and the police because they're going to go to jail or be killed.
Or they are a criminal themselves. And they're being hunted by their own criminal organization. There's a lot of different people that go into this. And it really is just a human deep dive into what people are willing to do, what people are willing to sacrifice, all for the sake of money. And really how it can bring out either the best in people or the worst in people.
Yeah, because I think a lot of us were intrigued by, obviously, the very first game. If you haven't seen it on social media, it's the English translation calls it red light, green light, because the concept essentially is the same. But the doll, like, it's just so if you didn't watch it in the Korean audio, she sings the song. There's an audio that sings, I don't know it, so I can't sing it.
It's kind of creepy.
But the just translation,
like you can make any kid, you can make any kid song creepy by like slowing it down, making it more and you're like, oh yeah, and then add like the kid laughing in there, and you're like, oh my god, we're all gonna die.
So Squid Game, that's the first game that you go into, and there's some deadly consequences to the game that is similar to our version of red light, green light. And if the doll who has cameras in its eyes catches you moving when she says a red light and spins around, then you are penalized by, well, being shot, being sniped. You're getting sniped.
What is that called? They said you will be
eliminated. You are being, and that doesn't mean like, oh, you're out of the game. You don't make the money. Like, no, you
get to go home now.
You don't get to walk out of there. Period. So the games get deadlier and deadlier, and sometimes it relies on your wits. Sometimes it could be luck. Sometimes it has to do with your physical ability, if you're strong. And who knows what else. Tests the relationship that you may have formed while you're in the game with your fellow quote unquote teammates. So it really goes from these deadly games and how they come and the outcome of it to exploring, the cast member, the contestants, if you will, their view on relationship, who they trust, who they don't trust, what their perspective is of someone who they see as a genius because they went to this school and they graduated top of their class. This means they're XYZ, and it's all expectations versus what the person actually feels and lives as themselves. So it's really interesting. And another interesting thing about the series is that the creator of the show, the director, pitched the show for 10 years.
Yeah, and no one wanted to pick it up. Everyone was like, this is too weird. This is too over the top. And one of the things that I did really like was also the evolution of the games, to where you think each game is going to be going in a certain kind of direction. And then there always are these twists and turns to make what happens in the game or the consequences of the game even worse.
Yes. So we love the series so much to get to the very end of it, and very surprised that ending and what our main character Young decided to do at the very end. But at the same time, you got to understand where he's coming from, because he spent, it's only 6 games, but he saw a lot, like a PTSD to last your lifetime from what he saw. While he was in the game, the people he met, the kind of impact they had on him, and what he's learned. So there's definitely room for a season 2.
Yes,
if they choose to do it. I just don't want them to strike while the iron is hot, which yes, you should, but I don't want them to rush the creative process. I want them to really think about it. And obviously we'll get to see, if they do a season 2, new characters. And MK Soundboard points out here in the comments, the dub was definitely no good for the series.
I didn't think it was that bad, but of course, I'm also one of those guys that has to have dub. I unfortunately am not able to read fast enough to be able to catch all of the action on the screen and be able to read the dialogue or the subtitles. And most of the times, if they go fast, the dialogue goes fast, I miss a lot of the subtitles. So most of the time, I'm like, what's going on? Wendy, help me.
I think, though, it's not just the dubbing. I think MK specifically means the translation.
That you pointed a lot of that out too.
Yeah, I don't speak Korean. I understand a couple of phrases and words here or there, but there's been a lot of TikToks from native Korean speakers who says the dub isn't bad, but the translation could have been better. And there's a lot of translations that was so simple, and instead of saying what was truly being translated, they just kind of like left it, and it didn't have the same impact, because when they explained some of the stuff where I was like, oh, for example, when Young was asking the pickpocket girl, hold on, he put her name down, Concebion, when he asked her, why don't you join our team? And she said something about, why would you trust anybody? And I don't know what it was said in the dub, but it was not this. What he said to her was, oh, do you mean like I shouldn't trust you? Because he literally got pickpocketed by her.
Yeah.
And all that money that he had from winning at gambling would have gone a great length to help with the family, with a lot of the debt that he owed. And she took it all. But he kind of gave her second chances. And I think that's what he said. I think that's the translation was like, well, I believe in second chances. But instead, the other one was more impactful because he's speaking directly, saying, you did me wrong so badly in out in the world, but I still want to give you you should still come and join our team, so you're not by yourself and you can still survive. Better chance of survival. So there's just little things that are like that throughout the show that I do wish the translation was a little bit more detailed, a little bit more closer to like a raw translation.
Well, they also said that one of the characters that really suffered from that a lot was one of the crazy woman. If you know who I'm talking about, is the fact that, in the American dub, she sounds a little, annoying. She's more annoying instead of what she is in the Korean, which is more crazy. But like she's smart
in here. It's one of the scenes that basically she said, "I'm good at everything. Just let me try." And it was more of like I'm trying to remember exactly, but something like, I'm really, really smart. I just wasn't able to go to school. And that's impactful because that means the family didn't have the money to send her to school so she could apply her intelligence and kind of be nurtured with knowledge. So it's just really interesting. Maybe if they do a season 2, let's get better translation for this. And I'm thankful for all the TikToks that explained all of this.
And it's also a thing too, like they didn't know this was going to be as big as it ended up being, to where, I mean, it was huge everywhere kind of a thing, And so they probably were like, okay, let's just put the normal amount of focus and attention that we put on this,
I suppose,
for translations.
Yeah.
But making it so now that they know this is a huge following, it's going to be like, okay, now we really need to put the time and money and energy into some of these translations.
Yes, agreed. And I want to say thank you to Roland Martinez Jr. for your $1 tip. Thank you so much. Let's see. Crazy to see, Lee Byung-hun Lee in the series. I was not expecting it, but when that mask came off, I was like, oh my gosh! And I don't know if Dustin knew, but I've been watching him in like a couple of K-drama. If you watch the other, I almost said Snake Eye. If you watch the other G.I. Joe, he's also in that as well. So definitely a lot of K-drama stars in this one. So yeah, again, we don't mind the subtitles. I don't mind reading subtitles, but it's just that the translation wasn't as accurate as it could have been. Should we go ahead and dive into our what if?
Not yet. I think we should have some more cookies.
More cookies. All right. Next
more
up.
Sugar. More sugar. I'm starting to feel it.
Next up, we have the soda galletas by Field. It looks like that.
Oh, okay. So soda cookies.
Soda crackers.
Is it soda crackers?
Soda crackers.
Okay, and what
something
is also
a little bit different.
Something a little salty?
Yeah, these are artisanal cookies that everyone will love, crunchy in texture and light in taste. The slogan for soda galletas in Peru is, quote, "We give it the best, we give Soda Field."
Okay. Here's one for you. and one for me. Very much.
Cracker.
It looks like a saltine. Very much like a salt.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Surprisingly crunchy, thicker than I thought. A very light, savory taste. A little buttery taste. Almost.
This is definitely more of a cracker than it is a cookie. It's not very sweet. It does have a very light kind of, very little salt kind of on it, but definitely more of a buttery flavor. Yeah, but yeah, very close to like maybe like a thicker saltine. A more dense.
Has more substance to it.
A more dense saltine. Those are, they're tasty. I have to admit.
They're all tasty.
All of these so far have been quite tasty, to where I wouldn't turn any of these down if they were offered to me as a snack.
Absolutely. And again, if you guys want to give it a go for TryTreats, the link directly to TryTreats is in this video description, and you can use our code, which is right down here, Movie Couple 15 for 15% off of your first box.
And
the next another one?
Yes, because we still have, after this one, we still have 3 more to go through, and we only got 1 more topic to talk about going into What If. So we've got the Sublime.
Oh. So the Sublime is by Nestle, a richly flavored, you get this, chocolate bar filled with crushed peanuts.
Ooh.
Different. Jinx. The sweet taste of chocolate is balanced against the saltiness of the peanut, giving it a very unique taste. Truly sublime. Is that thick?
This thing, look how thick that is. It's going to be kind of difficult for me to break it in half, I think.
Just bite it.
Okay, here. Oh, just bite it?
I mean,
we're
married. Doesn't, you
Not
said that you couldn't do it.
Well, I
Look
thought
at the
it because
inside.
I thought it was going to be, I thought it was going to be like really difficult.
Come on,
so,
there we go.
You can actually see the big old chunks of peanuts in there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, you ready?
Chink.
Ooh. It's peanut and chocolate. But you know, you can't go wrong with the basics.
Really good. Chocolate's really good.
Win-win. So far, every single one of these have been good. I think, wasn't there a few things from the Taiwan one and a few things from the Germany one, or what Netherlands one, that we were just like, oh, no.
I can't remember specifically, but I do remember there was something that made us go, I don't know if I'll pick that up again and give it a second try.
So far, so good. There hasn't been a single one of these that I've just been like very that gone like, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, we're gonna go ahead now that our stomach's filled with
lots and lots of sugar.
Lots of sugar. Let's get on to the final topic for today's live stream, and that is the season finale, the final episode for season 1 of Marvel's What If. You guys have seen us react to all 9 episodes. Big moments, funny moments, shocking moments. We were there to react to all of it. And there is I don't know if I made a playlist, but I will be making it a playlist on the channel if you guys want to check it out. And also, quick reminder, if you haven't already and you're enjoying this video, go ahead and give us a quick thumbs up. Just really, really easy right here on YouTube. Really helps us gain more visibility right here on YouTube, whatever that pesky algorithm
however
may
that
be
thing
these
works.
days. So let's go ahead and dive into What If episode 9.
Spoilers. We are going to be definitely diving into spoilers into this. And this was pretty much Multiverse Avengers Assemble.
Yes, it was. The Watcher, broken his oath and has intervened, which was also the title of the final episode. He had no choice. He obviously was not expecting to be noticed by Ultron, and for Ultron to see Ultron break through into his universe, essentially, and now Ultron being, thirsty for power and all this and that, and obviously was bored because he thought he was done with all this stuff. All the senses were heightened, and he was like, well, how can I destroy all these other multiverses as well?
All of this chaos. They need me.
I wish it was. Still wish it was James Spader.
No,
doing
that
the
would have
voice.
been.
I really do miss hearing his voice
Mhm.
as Ultron. This would have been. Maybe they couldn't get him. Maybe he's a busy man, probably. So, but nonetheless, the Watcher, along with the help of Doctor Strange, Supreme Doctor Strange, or Dark Doctor Strange, however you want to call him, was able to assemble their own team of the Avengers of the Multiverse. So we've
Mhm.
got Gamora,
Guardians of the Multiverse.
Oh, that's it. Guardians of the Multiverse. Thanks so much. We've got Gamora. We've got T'Challa, Star-Lord. We've got Killmonger, Black Panther. We've got Captain Carter.
We have Party Thor,
and one Black Widow, and one Gorgonzola. I don't know if you guys watched our reaction or not, but we were trying to think of the name
great moment
of Zola, and Dustin just went Gorgonzola
because I think if I'm not mistaken, it's Arganzola.
Arnenzola.
Arnenzola.
I think, yeah.
And I'm going, it's something like Gorgonzola or something like that.
I mean, I like the sound of Gorgonzola. We should just keep that moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
He could be a variant of himself.
I would love to make like a shirt that says Gorgonzola and have like the face of him in like that Matrix form from this episode.
Oh, you mean like this one?
But in the shape of a cheese Gorgonzola.
Oh my gosh, how funny! If we know any graphic designers, we should commission them to make something like that.
Yeah.
For us, put it on a shirt and see who wears it. This episode was so fun to watch because you get to see a different type of team up, different types of personalities coming together, and also to see Tony Stark completely skipped over. And was like, no, not you, Tony Stark.
Not
you,
Stark.
Gamora. You've been chosen.
You have been chosen.
Tony just got the crap end of the stick in every single episode.
And unfortunately, seeing how we have heard the rumors that because of COVID, there was an episode that was removed that they originally had planned for season 1 to have 10 episodes. You can really tell that there is a big chunk of this story that has been missing. The fact that they made what is it called? A Lego toy of the armor that Tony is wearing in this episode when they when the Watcher recruits Gamora. And it's something that we're actually putting together on Amazon Live later today. We've already started it, but if you want to see us finish that Lego piece, come and watch us later today on Amazon Live.
Yeah, Amazon Live, the link is below, so we'll be live streaming soon after this. We're going to give ourselves a break, and we also have to do a couple of like post-production stuff, but we're going to finish the build on that Sicarian Iron Man. So the link's below. It's just like, I think amazon.com/shop/the movie couple or something like that. But the link is below if you guys want to check us out.
Since we don't know anything about that episode, to hear Tony Stark talk about, he's still, really, I want a suit of armor to protect the world. So it really does seem like he did not learn his lesson from Ultron, because that did not happen in this universe. So I'm really thinking that this story that I've been wanting to hear ever since I kind of know that Tony Stark got stuck on Sakaar and he built his own suit of armor, he must have gone through the wormhole and then just didn't make it back through. What if Tony Stark got stuck in space and then he ends up somehow on Sakaar? He goes through, instead of the Hulk going through the Battle of Champions, it's actually Tony Stark.
Oh, interesting.
And then, I don't know how, but then somehow Gamora meets him on Sakaar.
Because it's Tony Stark.
Well, because if I'm not mistaken, Thanos always thought that Tony Stark was the biggest threat out of all of the Avengers.
So do they connect based on the mutual hate for Thanos?
I think so. But that's the whole thing. I want to find out. I cannot wait to find out the backstory of one Thanos killing Gamora, the Infinity Stone Smashers, and
the
Infinity Crusher, and the story of how Tony Stark got in Sakaar and built his awesome Hulk busting Sakaar suit.
Yeah, and Movie Bunch Debbie chiming in here, the answer to Stark in the Sakaar suit will be in season 2.
Yep.
Which means we will be doing even more reaction videos when season 2 comes out, but that won't be for at least a whole year, maybe.
That's so
So we
sad. I
will-
want to see What If now. I want to see season 2 of What If.
Release it all
Then
now.
that means it's probably going to be the very first episode that comes out.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
a thing.
I think so too.
And I'm wondering if they're going to set it up on saying, hey, or like giving some kind of explanation
Yes.
on why we did not get this story in season 1.
And also a couple of key scenes that I really enjoyed watching was obviously seeing the team come together and very confused as to, so why have you brought us all together? What is this? To the first encounter they had with Ultron, where, you know, they thought they got it figured it out. And, you know, even with Doctor Strange opening the portal into one of our favorite episodes, the zombie episode, bringing in the zombies, specifically why? It's just so Thanos could encounter this zombie Wanda. Unfortunately, he
Not Thanos,
essentially...
Ultron,
sorry about that. So unfortunately what happened is Ultron is so powerful that he exploded the whole planet. So he obliterated her along with the planet. So she didn't last too long, but go to Doctor Strange together with the teamwork of one Black Widow and Peggy Carter, Agent Carter. They were able to get Gorgonzola. Sorry. Zola.
He's never going to be known as anything else.
We're never living it down. You know, the virus uploaded into Ultron, therefore rendering him much easier to beat. And we have, of course, the complication of Killmonger, which we knew. It's Eric Killmonger. He's always 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of other people. A little bit, I don't want to say thirsty for power, but he saw an opportunity there with what he could do with the Ultron technology, and even said it to T'Challa. Well, what about, you know, you saving this? Or Peggy, what about you could bring Steve back?
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, like, you know, he does touch on very sensitive topics for a lot of our characters. Luckily, he was defeated and frozen forever inside a pocket dimension that's going to be watched over by Dark Doctor Strange inside his own dimension.
Now, this is also kind of interesting, though, when you really think about it. In Killmonger's universe that he got pulled from, he's technically thought of as a hero. He's thought of the savior of Wakanda. So what is going to happen? One, in that universe, T'Challa is dead. Killmonger is no longer in that universe. And we saw as he was getting pulled out, Pepper and
Sorry. There was a lot of ums.
Pepper and Shuri coming in, storming the castle, so to speak. So what's going to happen when they walk in and they're like, wait, where did everyone go?
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. Where did Killmonger go? Are they going to be able to prove that Killmonger actually killed T'Challa? Kind of a thing. So, and then kind of be like, oh, and then she gets to be the next Black Panther. Then we can use that in some of Wakanda Forever.
We will see if that is true when we get more details, of course, for said movies and said stories. A couple of comments that I want to read out here. Wasted Poe says, I think Zombie Wanda recognized him as Vision in the final moments, because she did give a quick pause when she looked at him. So I think you were absolutely right about that. And then Ben here says, but also there will be Armor War series.
Yes.
Which is also very true.
I really want to see that too.
Love Entertainment says, season 2 has a few things to resolve. 1, Stark in Sakaar's suit.
Yep.
2, was that really Steve in the Hydra Stomper suit, etc. Looking forward to seeing what happens in season 2. I believe that would be Steve. I think in a way, I wonder, as a thanks, potentially did maybe, just a fan theory here, the Watcher gifted Peggy that.
I think he might have.
Because she said, haven't I done enough good? Couldn't I go back to this time or whatever? And he basically told her, like,
your universe still needs the captain. It needs Captain Carter.
Right. So, but, you know, he didn't say that he couldn't bring Steve into her timeline. So potentially in my head canon, I think that he was gracious for what they all did. And he thought about what Peggy said, and she has done a lot of good. She is a good person. She's obviously worthy. She was able to pick up the hammer in the show. And he said,
I love that we have one moment that she just hitched a ride on it.
So cool. Whee! All right. And Tur here, let's see. Tur isn't here. It says episode 2. What if Shang-Chi controlled the 10 Rings organization? Ooh, I love that so much. Can you imagine if we got that?
I think that would be a little different because if I'm not mistaken, at the end of Shang-Chi, spoiler alert, there is he sends his sister back to dismantle it.
Well, she doesn't.
And she doesn't. If Shang-Chi had been sent back, he would have dismantled it. But I guess, what if he was like, well, no, we can probably do some good with this organization. What would happen if we did that?
Isn't that what he's talking about here?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh, okay. I thought
would that happen? Or if Shang-Chi did get control of the 10 Rings, would he have just dismantled it the way that he had originally planned or sent his sister back to do?
I see. I thought you were trying to debunk that. And I was like, but this is just a what if scenario. My mistake. Okay. And then Debbie says here about the not being Steve or not Steve in the Hydra Stomper. Debbie says, I don't think so. We haven't had Winter Soldier yet. That's true.
But wait. Technically, they found the Hydra Stomper in a Hydra facility. So that means probably after. So it's going to be Steve, but more of taking place of the Winter Soldier. Bucky does not become the Winter Soldier.
Could be Steve.
Steve does. And what it's probably going to be as kind of, instead of a Winter Soldier, he's going to be permanently fused into the Hydra Stomper. Kind of a thing. So
no, that's worse.
It's going to be super. It's the love between Steve and Peggy is always a tragedy until the very, very end. Yeah. So I think she finds Steve, but he is infused into the Hydra Stomper, making him somewhat immortal, kind of like how the Winter Soldier was frozen and then brought out anytime that he was needed. So it could, if they do show it, it's all going to be tears. It's just going to be us going, 100%. Oh my God, why'd you do that?
And with that, that is the end of today's live stream. We want to thank all of you.
3 more. Are you wanting to dive into?
I'm tapped out.
So why don't we talk about them?
Yes, we should absolutely talk about them.
Because I don't know if I could eat any more chocolate covered.
But we do have 3 more left, and those are the Margarita Galletas by Seon. And these are traditional Peruvian cookies, crunchy and delicious. They are named after the margarita flower, and the intricate design etched into the cookie is also modeled after a said flower. So there you see that. Oh, they look like cute little sunflowers almost. These look like they would be yummy, but we'll try them later on. The next one we have is the Chocolate by Costa, and this is a delicious sponge cake with manjar. And then in parentheses it says dulce de leche. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing anything wrong. Manjar. Manjar.
This actually sounds really good. A sponge cake. I like kind of soft, gooey kind of dessert kind of thing. Like I always prefer like a soft cookie over a crunchy cookie, just because I prefer the texture on that. So you can kind of see it, but if I go like that and focus, camera. You're not listening to me. Oh well, but you can also see the caramel in there just a little bit.
Why isn't it focusing?
It doesn't like me.
Oh, hold it back up.
Oh, sorry.
Not so close. There you go.
There we go. You can actually see how that just looks like a nice sponge cake in the middle with a little bit of caramel.
That looks yummy.
That looks really good. And then, last but not least,
finally, it is called the Casino Lucuma by Victoria, and this is a crunchy Peruvian cookie with the unique flavor of lucuma fruit. Lucuma fruit is a superfruit that is indigenous to Peru, also known as the gold of Incas, and valued for the fruit's healing properties.
Ooh. So a cookie that heals.
Give it to me now. Heal these bones. They ache. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today as we talk through all the fun topics. Hope you enjoyed this discussion, and thank you for everybody who chimed in into the live chat. And I do want to shout out, I think I've missed it several times. Noah says, hey guys, just want to say thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. I had a stroganoff for dinner. Nice.
Stroganoff, delicious.
And I lost the place.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I had stroganoff for dinner, a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting for dessert, 2 Lego sets, and a few cards. Congratulations. Happy birthday. I don't know why I
birthday.
said congratulations on getting another year older. Older and wiser, Noah. Thank you so much for always hanging out with us in the chat. Blade says, oh, well, at least caught the tail end of the broadcast. Oh, yes. Ronnie Dollar says, are you going to rank all 9 episodes of What If?
Oh, we should do that. We should make like a quick little video. And
a whole
kind
separate video?
Well, I
That's
guess we
so
can,
much editing.
Because I really need to sit
top
down.
3 top 3 episodes in no particular order right now.
No particular order. Star-Lord T'Challa, I think, is going to be my number 1.
After I said no specific
no,
order.
but I think
no, go for it.
but I
love
think
that.
that one's the undisputed champion.
I was trying to make it easier on you.
And then the other 2, probably I like the Doctor Strange. I like the Doctor Strange one, and I also like the zombie one. I like the Killmonger one too. I think off the top of my head, those would be like my top 4.
I don't know if I have 4. I wanted to do top 3, but I'm trying to remember all the episodes. So T'Challa, Star-Lord for sure. Zombie for sure. It's that 3rd one that I'm kind of not sure.
What do you want to put like into that
that top 3 position? I'm not numbering them just because I think that I'm too indecisive right now to do that. But I want it to be. Oh, it's almost similar.
What are some of your guys's
choice.
too? I mean, if you guys want to list either yours in the chat or yours in the comment section below, put down your top 3, your top. Or if you know all of the orders that you want to put yours in, go ahead and do that. Because I also really like the finale. The last 2
the finale is pretty good.
The 2 episode finale.
For the final spot, duking it out because I can't decide which one. The Doctor Strange episode or the what if someone was trying to kill the Avengers episode. The one with Hank Pym.
Yeah, that one
I like
really
it just
good.
because it's a bit murder mystery and I enjoy kind of playing detective as I'm watching it. So yes, like Dustin said, let us know what are some of your favorite What If episodes in the comments or in the live chat. And with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off. And once again, thank you so much to TryTreats for gifting us with the our little treats, snacks from Peru. So much chocolate in our bellies. Right now, I'm going to go drink a lot of water and maybe brush my teeth. But if you guys want, again, there is a discount code for you guys for purchasing your first box. And the link directly to the TryTreats website is also linked in the description of this video. Just use Movie Couple 15 when you check out. It doesn't cost you any extra. And we give you guys a little bit of a discount through the code. So there you go. All right, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And we will see you, I want to say on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll be here on Wednesday.
We'll be here on Wednesday. All right, you guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.